7-yard line. That's a great call, too. Blaine Baker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play. That's a way.
Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored.
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow! Edwards pulls up and buries the
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Happy Friday here to all of you, I should say, on Pitchfork Lunch. Yeah, it is Friday. Very exciting, obviously. And a little bit more going on in Sun Devil Country Nation, as you guys know. I am Michael Caracino, though, at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. I know, you guys know this. You're old pros, you know it. Check out Pitchfork Lunch Live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, yes, I know I remind you all the time, but if you can check it out on the IG as well, michael.caratinudo.5, as you know. Check out Pitchfork Lunch Live there every day. Also, YouTube, guys. Watch live on YouTube. And when you're at my YouTube channel, go ahead, feel free, and subscribe. As you're watching live, but realizing that you have missed a plethora of phenomenal Sun Devil content. And you can binge watch, like I tell you, and be all caught up by season 3. Get to that in a second. But go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caracino, with the channels at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe. Because like I said, you have missed a ton of con reviews with coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, analysts. It is all there. My Pitchfork Lunch friends, it is all there. You can check it out, and you can obviously check it out. You can subscribe, but the best part is that you can binge watch, like I was saying, the show. So anything you've missed all of season, if you missed all of season 1, again, I say shame on you. I'm bummed, but your Sun Devil's busy. I get it, innovative. So you can binge watch season 1, and then anything you've missed here from season 2, like I remind you, you can catch up on, because by the time season 3 kicks off, as we're, yes, in the now, but rolling forward to season 3 of Pitchfork Lunch, my peeps, you'll be all caught up and ready to go. But you're kind of, like I said, like I've been saying, you're getting on that line as to where it would be tough to be all caught up. But I mean, as far as you can get, and then you can watch season 3 every day, and then you'll just have to catch up to that. But a lot of interviews, people that we've had on more than once, all that good stuff. The storylines will be very they will make sense. They will make sense, and you'll get it. They will make sense. They will make sense, and you'll so that being said, but yes, it will make sense. But go to YouTube again, enjoy, catch up. Any thoughts you have, anything you think I may have missed, or again, like I say, people will be on here. If you think of something, again, your Sun Devils, share. So I appreciate that. But again, it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube. And you can, again, enjoy Pitchfork Lunch, get all caught up, and everybody's happy. Everybody is happy with that. Also, guys, you know that if you're driving around or leaving work early, usually maybe you watch at your desk. You can listen to Pitchfork Lunch on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. And those of you watching, you see it on the bottom. All you have to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up. Click listen live, hit play Monday through Friday. Man, forks up. There's Pitchfork Lunch. Thanks to Casual E inviting us into the family. And I mean, look, you talk about being invited into the family. Guys, subscribe to their socials while you're listening to Pitchfork Lunch. Because when you open the page, you'll see comprehensive coverage of the Cardinals, Suns, Diamondbacks, Mercury. It is all there. Casual E has you hooked up. So not only do we enjoy our phenomenal Sun Devil content, but yeah, you get even more, and we're a part of the KSRN family. So that is absolutely awesome. And yes, I want you guys to watch. Please don't watch and drive, though. Again, you're Sun Devils. I know you're brighter than that. Pay attention to the road. Stream it through your Bluetooth, www.ksrnaz.com. And when the page opens up on your phone, just hit listen live. You click play, bam, Pitchfork Lunch. Very, very awesome. So we have you covered there. And again, you're getting to where you go. You can still listen or watch on the other avenues. Like I said, whether it be on X, IG, YouTube, KSRN, it is all there for you, my friends. All there for you. So that again, and you'll be all caught up and happy in the know. Like I said, stoked to be a part of the Casual Sports Radio Network family and giving you guys obviously huge Sun Devil content there as well. Also, do not forget, obviously big weekend for men's golf in Sun Devil Nation. We got that going on. Big weekend for baseball as well, as yes, we know they fell 2-0 to BYU, even after striking out 18 of a possible 27 batters. Yeah, that's awesome. But and I'll give you guys more results soon. But men's golf teeing off first round in Carlsbad, where the women actually, obviously, the women's golf just played. And they are teeing off today. And I think I want to say, I don't want to screw this up because I looked at so many times. As we look at the men's, the leaderboard, our Sun Devils are, well, just about teeing off, or should have been teed off. They were scheduled. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. That's local time there. So, yes, our Sun Devils are, let's see. Well, there we'll be starting on 1. And Peter Wardnicki, yes, he had the 12:12 p.m. Tee off time, so he's up first. And then Connor Williams will be at 12:23. Michael Matchseth will be at 12:34. Preston Summerhays at 12:45. Jose Ballester at 12:56. So that is tee off times, but we're Nikki should be playing hole 1 right now. No update as of yet. But for the teams that have teed off so far, well, Tennessee, they're done. They shot or they were 16 over. Purdue's still on the course. They're at 14 over. New Mexico's at 9 over, as is UNLV. At 7 over, we have Wake Forest, who is and they're still on the course. Georgia Tech's 5 over on the course. Pepperdine shot 5 over. They're done for the day. USF is at 5 over, but they're just finishing up. Cal's at 5 over, and they're on the course. Augusta is at 4 over, and they're still on the course. Oh, hello. Yeah, there we go. Texas Tech, fellow Big 12 foe, is at 3 over, and they're they're finishing up the last 2 holes around 17 and 18 as a team. But yeah, they're 3 over, as is Georgia, who's done for the day. Troy is 2 over, and they're still on the course, as is Colorado. Colorado, fellow Big 12 foe, they're 1 over, and they are on the backstretch. They're through holes. Well, some are finished up, but they're playing 16, 17, and 18. So right now, USD is even par. They're still on the course. Ole Miss just got started. They're at even par. Florida, well, they're not on the course yet. Texas is at even par, and they're just getting started. ASU. Well, there we go. I want to say Wernicke, yep, he parred the first par 4, 415 yards. Nice smooth start there. We love that, Sun Devils. So he parred the first hole, and the Devils are at even par. And then let's see. But Oklahoma, who is just getting started, they are 1 under, as is Auburn, who is 1 under. And then leading it, though, is fellow Big 12 foe, Oklahoma State. And they are 2 under through the first, let's see, they're, Philip Fallberg Johnson birdied 10 and 11. So yes, this big of a tournament, some, obviously you stagger the tee times, but you have obviously that many teams. When there's, let's see, 30 teams, guys, you'll start at 1 and then you'll have others start at 10. So you stagger, but yeah, so he birdied the first 2 holes, and he's 2 under. Gavin Lane, his teammate at Oklahoma State, he parred 10. So yeah, it's they are 2 under to start off, and Philip Fallberg Johnson, again, 2 birdies for him. So he is 2 under. But yeah, so they'll start at 10, finish at 9. Obviously, the ones that start at 1, finish at 18. Everybody's happy. Everybody gets their 18 in. And it obviously, we always talk about time, but cuts down on the time. So Oklahoma State, yes, 2 under, followed by Auburn and Oklahoma at 1 under. And then our Sun Devils are at even par. UCLA hasn't even teed off yet. And Texas is also at even par. They have teed off as well. ASU, like I said, starting at 1, and then Texas, let's see. Yeah, they started at 1 as well too. So Daniel Bent for Texas parred hole number 1 as well. So looks like he's playing with Wernicke. So 2 pars there. But yes, getting started. And then, like I said, next up for the Sun Devils, test guys, Connor Williams. Connor Williams actually is on 1 right now. So Connor Williams is on 1, and then Michael Madsteth will tee off at 12:34. So that in and of itself, again, This team who shot a 25 under in regionals up in Washington State, which you guys know we talked about, and finished 3 shots back at Florida, who was 28 under. But the charge in the last round, but every round was consistent. I mean, they were obviously under par in every round. They were very good in the tournament. But the charge that somehow Coach Thurman gets out of his teams is absolutely awesome. Again, is yes, absolutely awesome. So yes, all these teams are good. Do I expect them to make the cut? Yes, I definitely expect them. And again, just getting started. Don't know what the cut line is going to be, but when we do have scores from -2 to finish a +16. So I'd say actually right now +2 or +3 would be the cut, something like that. But it's round 1, so we got a minute, right? We got a minute. So yeah, and then the early player leaderboard, even though, like I said, teams are coming out. Wow, Colin Laughlin of Georgia, guys, he's done for the day. I mentioned to you, Georgia was done 5 under, and he's got a 1-shot lead over Justin Bywer of Colorado, who is through 15. He's playing 16, but he is 4 under. Let's see, did Carter hit any? They have any bogeys? No, he had 5 birdies, and hence the 5 under. So yeah, he birdied 2, 6, 7, 12, and 18, and had 13 pars. Carter had a hell of a start to the tournament, right? Getting out there the early morning treated him well, but like I said, Justin Bywer of Colorado's at 4 under, and then you have Carson Kim at Georgia Tech at 2 under. With as well as there's quite a few at 2 under. So you got Carson Kim of Georgia Tech, Jake Peacock of USF, Claes Beauregard. He's independent, but he's from Kennesaw State. He's at 2 under. Charlie Barrage of Cal's at 2 under, along with our gentleman from Oklahoma State. So yeah, I said he birdied the first few holes. So Philip Fahlberg Johnson, he's at 2 under, and then the 1 under group has 7, and you have Charles DeLong at Texas Tech, Mahanath Shiravuri from Pepperdine is also at 1 under, with Cooper Humphreys at USD, Mesa Faller of New Mexico, Caden Pope of Auburn, Kai Meeks of Ole Miss, and PJ Maybank III of Oklahoma. So those are all that are under so far. And of those, let's see. Chiravari is done for the day, as is DeLong, and Carson Kim is done for the day at 2 under. And then, like I said, Carter Laughlin shot the 5 under. He is done for the day. So that's the top of the player leaderboard right now. But the team leaderboard, like I said, as we get to it, now we have 3. We have 1 at 2 under, Oklahoma State, and then Auburn, Oklahoma, and Ole Miss are all at 1 under. UCLA is at even par, as are Lisa hasn't even teed off yet, but the Devils have teed off and they're at even par. So feeling good about that. So that is today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday will be just like the women's guys, and forks up, man, because Coach Thurman and this team, I still got to play, was an amateur champion, played in the Masters. Absolutely awesome. but like what Williams, Matt Seth, Preston Summerhays, what these guys have done again this season, and it's just, man, like I said, the excitement and the success around both the men's and women's golf programs, and I can't wait to catch up with Coach Thurman again. They got a little more golf. He's a little busy right now, so that's a good thing. But so yeah, I mean, the excitement, like I said, everything around yeah, I mean, that part, like I said, like the success and the energy, but the talent, and you see it in again, everybody's game. We talked to obviously Coach Sherman before, talking to Missy Farquet, the women's head coach. Like each player's, different, but you see, and yeah, there's things that like you can help correct, or like tweak a little bit, in an approach here, or it's like teeny part of the swing. But like, man, it is so awesome. And like I said, this, and I mean, props to the Golf Channel, who have some Sun Devil alum there, but they do a hell of a job covering it. And the fact that obviously they do cover it, which is awesome. Oh, the Devils 1 under, guys. Connor Williams birdied 1, the par 4, 415. He gets in 3. So the Devils are now a part of the 1 under group. And as Peter Wernicke is still playing the par 5. Wow. So this is a par 72, 7,480 yard course, my friends. And I forgot to mention that early on in the women's. I mean, theirs played at 6,200. So but yeah, a par 72, 7,480 yard course. 2 is a par 5, 622. And yeah, that's the longest hole on the golf course. Par 5, 622 yards. The next longest hole is 10. 1 and 10. Funny. The first 2 holes you can start with are the longest. I think you give them short or whatever anybody wants to say. Easy, you figure it'd be a little shorter, but no. So, 2. So the second hole, first hole is a par 4, 415, but a par 5, 622, and then 10 is a par 5, 596. My friends, you got 596 at 10, and then let's see. 18. Oh, no, 6 would be the next longest, is a par 5, 571. And then 18 is a par 5, 557. Then you got 14 is a crazy long par 4. It's a par 4, 517 yards. Well, for them, and you guys are probably saying, yeah, not for them, but yeah, for them, not for us that are not good at golf. You're telling me it's 500 yards and it's over 500 and it's a par 4. Man, that's just cruel. That's just cruel. So, yes. But anyway, we're going to step aside real quick. Have more updates from golf. We'll also talk again some track and field, because obviously we have teams that are headed to Eugene in a few weeks, which will be the obviously the NCAA Championships hosted by Oregon, but up in Eugene. So yes, we will talk track, a little more golf. Results from Big 12 baseball. which again, we have to wait till Sunday to see where the Devils are going. It's not about just saying it's a fake positive. Look, they have done enough. Yes, it was a bummer to lose in the first round to BYU, but their season, and when it's like the NFL Combine, guys. Yes, there are going to be athletes and freaks that stand out, and yes, you could improve your draft positioning, but inevitably, like as you're going to say, how much does that improve it? To let's look at the tape. Let's see the tape. What the Devils did baseball-wise on the field during the season, to me, again, yes, no, not hosting, unfortunately, but I know that's just me being, pitchfork lunch greedy on that one. But they've done more than enough. I mean, if you have to stack it up and compare to other resumes and what they've done offensively, what the pitching has done, again, a little nail biting, and I know Coach Bloomquist isn't sitting around. I mean, he's confident, but yes, a little nail biting. Got to wait till Sunday to see, and we shall see. But we'll get Big 12 scores from baseball, and then obviously with softball regionals too. I might throw you guys a few of those. Try and throw you guys a few of those scores because super regionals kicking off today. I know UCLA was over South Carolina. Florida was up big in theirs, but I'll get you some scores to that too, because again, our Devils were there and very exciting and very awesome. And I'm just bummed because obviously they're still not playing, but just excitement, phenomenal season. So we shall step aside and have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good?
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraging. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good?
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraging. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, for those of you listening on the Casual Sports Radio Network, again, so happy to have you here. All you got to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up, click listen live, hit play, Monday through Friday, pitchfork lunch, bam. And like I say, subscribe to their socials because you want to be in the know about the Diamondbacks, the Cardinals, the Suns, the Mercury, all there from Casual E's, got you hooked up. So, but I'm Michael Harrington at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. Check out Pitchfork Lunch live there every day as well, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, along on my IG, Michael.Carantino.5, the YouTube channel at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005. Watch live there and subscribe. Again, you got a lot of catching up to do if you're just first time joining us. Again, stoked to have you with us. Ton going on in Sun Devil country as, yes, the women's golf team just finished up their season. Again, went to nationals, made the cut, and just finished outside the top 8 to play in match play. Northwestern in match play wins the national championship over Stanford. It was 3-2 in match play. Absolutely phenomenal. Saw Northwestern earlier this season. They were at the Ping ASU, the ASU Ping Invitational at Papago, which yes, the win won, but Northwestern again. And watching some of their golfers and just seeing the different guys, like, and coach she was talking about him. She's like, yeah, Northwestern, and they came out, got some sun, and tuned up for a little West Coast golf. And they were able to win the national championship. So again, congrats to Northwestern on that. Sun Devils, again, phenomenal season being there. And we get quite a few of these golfers back in next year, my friends. So on the women's side, but on the men's side, guys are going right now. And I know the Golf Channel again, showing this. So as of right now, I don't see any update on scores. The Devils were 1 under. Let's see. Oh, Michael Matchseth teed off. Like I told you, he'd be teeing off. He also parred hole number 1. So we have birdie, par, and Peter Wernicke, who was the Pierre. Sorry, I keep saying Peter. My apologies, Pierre. I hooked on. I'm a Sun Devil. I can read. I didn't go to the school down south. So Pierre Wernicke, he parred 1 and 2. So even par for him. Connor Williams playing 2 right now. Again, and that is the longest hole on the course, a par 5, 622 yards, a par 72 course, guys, 7,480 yards it covers. So the Devils 1 under, 1 birdie, 3 pars. We're taking it all day. Just, keep throwing darts. And Michael Matchett, like I said, he parred number 1, so he's headed to 2. Where Nicky's headed to 3. Williams is playing 2 right now. So, and right now Preston Summerhays is playing 1. He is teed off at 1, and in about 5 minutes, Ballister will be teeing off. So that is where they are. But yes, 1 under for the Devils. 2 under is the lead. Oklahoma State has that, and they are getting started, and some players are headed to so they have like I said, Philip Fallberg Johnson for Oklahoma State birdied 10 and 11. He parred 12. His teammates Gavin Lane and Eric Lee, who have teed off, they both parred 10 and 11. So 2 birdies. Oh, and now Johnson has now parred 12. So he birdied 10 and 11, par 12. He's 2 under. Lane parred 10 and 11, as did Eric Lee. And then Preston Stout just parred number 10. And Ethan Fang is playing 10 right now. So that's where Oklahoma State is at, just to give you guys a heads up, as, again, they are 2 under, leading at the Devils just a nice 1 shot back, as Pierre Wernicke, he parred the par 5 at 622 yard at number 2. So that's where they're at on that. As for track and field, my friends, who gets ready for heading to Oregon, well, as quite a few get ready to head to up to Oregon. Yeah, this goes fast. The outdoor championships in Eugene, which are June 11th through 14th. Wednesday through Saturday in Eugene. Yes. But first up, guys, next Wednesday, the NCAA West Regionals. So I kind of skipped from the Big 12 Outdoor Championships and Nationals, but the West Regionals will be in College Station, hosted by Texas A&M. So that is May 28th through the 31st. So that's Wednesday through Saturday. And then the Outdoor Championships in Eugene. Sorry, I knew I was skipping something. I'm like, man, that seems like an awful long break to have. But the West Regionals will be College Station, Texas on that. So Yeah, but I do have to say that in the men's shot put, just remember Brandon Lloyd will be headed to the West Finals. The ginormous human being that is Brandon Lloyd, and he threw 20.20 meters, 2020, great show, and that's 66 feet, a quarter inches, and he was just edged out by 66 feet, not 60, 66 feet. He was just edged out by Fred Mondani Lakibi from Cincy, and he threw 20.28, which is 66 feet, 6.5 inches. So, yeah. So, got a little bit of space to make up there, but we'll be heading on to that. And then the men's and then in the and the men's discus, I forgot to tell you this too. It's just Brandon Lloyd, his furthest throw was finished 8th. He went 55, 63, which is 182 feet, 6 inches. Oh, actually, he finished 6th in that. Sorry. And that was his, but yeah, 182 feet. And there's one guy, Demetrios Pavlidis, who went 61, 31, 61.31 meters, which, guys, is 201 feet, 1 inch. He is the only one to hit 200 feet. Yusef Kudusi of the school down south, respect to him. I will say from Arizona in that respect, he went 59.08, which is 193 feet, 10 inches. And he did that on his first throw. But yeah, 201 feet, 1 inch furthest throw. And then, like I said, Brandon Lloyd won 182.6, which is, again, still a bomb there. And then Hayden Bills of the Devils went 169.4 was his highest mark. So, but yeah, Brandon Lloyd, like I said, this young man, but in the shot put, just crushing it, and see if he's got a little more. But yeah, so he did that in the discus as well. And Carson Key in the men's triple jump went 15.20 meters, which is this is insane. 49 feet, 10.5 inches in the triple jump. Yeah. The longest jump in the triple jump was 53 feet, 2.25 inches, and that was from Javier Bennett of Kansas State. Guys, again, that's just track and field. I know every 4 years Olympics, and yes, I get geeked out, nerded out watching ASU at track, but just some of these numbers are just absolutely insane. But then we had the men's 4x100 team. I may have mentioned this the other day. They did finish 6th. They They finished second in their heat to Baylor. Baylor ran a 39.64 and the Devils ran a 39.78. So only two teams in their heat under 40. But yeah, then and then Texas Tech won their heat with a 39.34. And they pretty much hit the same time. But yeah, the Devils finished sixth in the 4x1, in the men's 4x1, with Trevor Moyer, Malik Franklin, Mateo Medina, and James Bauman. So they finished sixth there. Let's see, the women in the 4x1. Ooh, they were unfortunately disqualified. That's a bummer. Or didn't qualify, sorry. They weren't DQ'd. Well, it was DQ, but if we had anybody, no. In the men's 400, though, like I told you, Jaden Davis, ran a 45.50, and he finished third. Mateo Medina ran a 45.45. Yeah, I was talking about this the other day, guys. If you look at this and on a stopwatch, you literally, if you're just watching on timing and see it goes like 45.42, 45.45, 45.50. Like Deshaun Boyce, again, from Texas Tech, was being pushed, the junior, by the freshman Medina and the sophomore Jaden Davis. But yeah, it was 45.42 from Boyce, 45.45 from Medina, and then 45.50 from Davis. And they took second and third in that. So, I mean, again, that was just huge in the men's 400. And then in the women's triple jump, Maya Tate, her furthest jump was 12.48, which is 40 feet, 11 and a half inches. But 13.66, Victoria Gorlova from Texas Tech has 44 feet, 9 3/4 inches. So, yeah, just a little bit there. The men's, but the 4x4, the Devils took first, guys. 3:02.87 was their time. Nicholas Ramey, Malik Franklin, Trevor Moyer, and Jaden Davis. Man, just, I mean, 4x4, so a mile, guys. They ran it in 3 minutes. Yes, it's a relay. Yes, there's multiple people. I get it, but still, a 3:02.87 mile. Yeah. And BYU was behind them at the championships at 3:03.62. So the men took first there. The women in the 4x4, Taylor Brown, Ava McCumber, Gandara, pardon me, Ashanti Bowlers, and Evelyn Chepkowick finished at a 3:43.94 for the Devils. So but yeah, so again, just absolute awesomeness. Again, Sun Devil track and field, and I mean the sprints done a hell of a job throwing, like I've talked about. You guys know that, but yeah, I mean, it is so exciting. And track and field throughout the years is, and I know I try until I get out. I mean, even, obviously men's and women's tennis. Obviously the women's tennis team making the national, making the NCAAs for the 37th straight year. And they made it past they beat Ole Miss in the first round handily. They beat them 4-1, and that was in the Ann Arbor Regional. In the second round, though, they did take on number 3 Michigan, and they did lose 4-0. That was tough. I know I mentioned that that they were headed to Ann Arbor. God, so 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, but yeah, a heck of a run. But yeah, Michigan was number 3. The Sun Devils were ranked 35th. Again, still obviously very solid. And hats off to the graduates. But yeah, they again, and Coach Jackson came in this year and just picks up rolling where the 4-decade Coach McInerney left off, which is, again, it's crazy to say that, right? 4 decades at one school. And guys, there is a score update. We're gonna get out of here on this happiness. There is a score update from golf. Who is charged at the top? And granted, they're just starting and playing, they're playing on to the 5th, but your Arizona State Sun Devils have climbed to the top of the leaderboard. Our Arizona State Sun Devils forks up to that. They are 3 under par right now. And let's see, how's it going? So Preston Summerhays, who teed off, he also parred number 1. Or no, it's not par. What am I talking about? He birdied number 1. So Connor Williams and Summerhays birdied number 1. Connor Williams birdied the par 5, 622. And Matt Seth is at even par through 1. Ballister hasn't teed off yet. And Pierre Warnicki, he parred 1 and 2. He'll tell you, had a hiccup on 3. He bogeyed 3, then turned around, parred 4. And now he's on 5, but Connor Williams is on 3, and he has birdied the first 2 holes. The par 4, 415, 2, the monster of the course, the absolute beast, the par 5, 622, and he birdied that. And then Preston Summerhays, he teed off, he birdied 1. Matt Seth, like I said, par to 1 and 2. So yeah, we got 3 birdies and so, yep, Devils at 3 under as of right now. Also 5 play and they take the top 4. That's what that line is. Yep. So they got 5 on the course, but yeah, they take because let's see, Auburn, 3 under. 1, 2, 3. But he double bogeyed that. So that's why they're 3. Yeah. And he's even. So, okay. Yeah, sorry. Talking to myself, talking out loud, thinking out loud there, guys. But yeah, so 5 will play. They take the top 4 scores. Oklahoma State now is at 1 under, but and Auburn is at 3 under. The Devils are now at 2 under. Williams, he bogeyed 3. Well, as did Warnicki, huh? So he is 1 under for the day, though. So, but he birdied the first 2 with a bogey, and then So, but again, right there hey, look, hanging out at the top, right? Pitchfork Lunchers, hanging out at the top, settling in. You can watch it. It's on the Golf Channel. I know that much, but settling in and all that good stuff. So that's where they are at. Track and field, obviously, women's golf over. Baseball on Sunday. Again, we'll have so much more on Monday as well. I'll have so much more on Monday. And again, I know I told you supposed to have a guest today, and schedules just kind of, unfortunately, sometimes don't mesh. And but yeah, my guest had some stuff come up and felt bad, but we will get it done. Hopefully, hey, you know what? Maybe Monday we'll talk a little golf, and we'll get to talk with this guest too. I'll try and hook it up. But you guys, hey, Pitchfork Lunchers, you are phenomenal. Just know that because you're Sun Devils. Also, I was going to mention this with football and camps, the preseason stuff, a lot of 26 recruits. I know I mentioned it, ASU being number one. I have a little more football update stuff on Monday as well. So don't go too crazy. Don't go too far. But, yeah, have a phenomenal weekend. Enjoy. I think it's the softball regionals, but the Devils aren't there. So we'll update that, see who from the Big 12 from Super Regionals moved on to the World Series, what teams might do that. So yes, that is that. I got some football stuff coming up too. Don't want to forget about that. Obviously, the reigning Big 12 champs and everything. And we got media days coming up in the summer. So we'll see the awesomeness that goes down there. But nonetheless, you guys have a phenomenal Sun Devil weekend. Like I said, check out the Golf Channel for Men's Golf. Follow me on @Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. Probably had dropped some knowledge there for you as well. But nonetheless, hey, have a phenomenal weekend. Be safe. Have fun out there. And as always, as reigning Big 12 volleyball champs, women's volleyball told me, #OurState. They reminded me. I kind of knew it, but they reminded me that it is our #OurState. And you guys know it. Have a phenomenal weekend. But as always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. The Bubba will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scored.
For a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow.
Edwards pulls off and buries a flag.
Shot for